This man runs up to the boss and says in a nervous voice, "Boss, why did you call me? I've been extremely busy at the company." The boss looks at him seriously and says, "Manager, do you know why I called you here? You may remember that I gave you $100,000 for Meng Meng's sister's life-saving medical treatment. Did you give all of that money to Meng Meng?" Hearing this, the manager tries to hide the truth and replies confidently, "Boss, you're accusing me unfairly. I always complete every task you give me. I clearly remember handing that money to the supervisor myself, and she personally delivered it to Meng Meng." The boss stares at him and asks, "Are you absolutely sure the supervisor gave that money to Meng Meng?" The manager hesitates for a moment before saying, "Yes, boss, I'm completely sure." The boss responds firmly, "All right, make sure you stand by your words. I'm going to find out the truth right now." He immediately takes out his phone and calls the supervisor. As soon as she answers, he says, "Come downstairs immediately. I need to talk to you about something important." Then he hangs up. The manager quickly pleads, "Boss, please believe me." Moments later, the supervisor arrives and respectfully asks, "Boss, why did you call me?" The boss says with growing frustration, "2 months ago, I gave the manager money for Meng Meng's sister's medical treatment. He claims he handed the money to you. Did you give that money to Meng Meng?" The supervisor looks nervous and is about to tell the truth, but the manager shoots her an angry look. Suddenly changing her story, she says, "I gave her $40,000. The manager immediately snaps, "Be quiet!" The boss looks shocked and says, "Manager, are you telling me that $60,000 is missing? Don't worry, I will account for every single dollar." Then he turns to the supervisor and says firmly, "Tell me the truth. How much money did you really give her? Don't lie." The supervisor replies nervously, "I gave her $40,000. I didn't keep a single dollar. I personally handed all the money to her." The boss takes a deep breath and says, "Fine, I'm going to verify everything myself. Come with me to the office." The three of them head upstairs. A short time later, they arrive at the office. The boss sits down while the manager and supervisor stand there trembling with anxiety. Just then, Meng Meng knocks on the door and walks in respectfully. "Boss, why did you call me?" The boss speaks gently. "Meng Meng, I need to ask you something important. How much money did the supervisor give you?" Meng Meng nervously glances at the supervisor. Gathering her courage, she quietly says, "Boss, I only received $1,000. The room instantly falls silent. The boss jumps to his feet in disbelief and says angrily, "Supervisor, you just told me you didn't keep a single dollar. Then how do you explain this? I want answers right now." The frightened supervisor quickly responds, "Boss, don't believe her. She's lying." Hearing that, the boss becomes furious. "You two are unbelievably greedy and selfish. I know exactly what happened. You stole money that was meant to save a sick girl's life. Do either of you have a conscience? That money was supposed to help Meng Meng's sister survive." The manager and supervisor lower their heads in shame. The boss continues, "I'm giving both of you 2 days. If you refuse to cooperate, I'll call the police. Either return every dollar you took or leave my company immediately." Hearing those words, both of them are overwhelmed with fear and regret. They quietly walk away in shame. Friends, do you think the boss made the right decision or the wrong one? Share your thoughts in the comments. Thank you for